Hi everyone, it's Kai here. Are you ready to explore? Great! Today we're going to explore a story about a time when Jesus healed a man who was paralyzed. This is found in the book of John, chapter 5. Remember, great explorers are great listeners. Let's clip on our listening ears. Click! Great job! Watch your leader closely as I tell the story. I wonder what you'll discover. Here we go. Jesus was walking to Jerusalem to participate in a Jewish festival. As he neared the temple, he saw many people sitting and standing around a large pool of water called Bethesda. I wonder why so many people were near this pool. The pool of Bethesda was a place where people could be healed. People who were blind, deaf, or crippled waited near the waters for someone to help them get in when the water was stirred. Some of these people had spent their entire life waiting by this pool in hopes of being healed. Jesus decided to stop and help. He found a man who was lying on a mat because he couldn't walk. His legs had been crippled for 38 years. I wonder if this crippled man had given up hope that he could be healed. Jesus asked him if he wanted to be healed. The man looked up at Jesus in surprise. He wondered why Jesus would ask such a silly question. Of course he wanted to get well. The man began to grumble. "No one will help me," he complained. "Every time I try to get into the pool, another person gets in the water before me." He was always too late. Jesus smiled. He would help his new friend. Jesus told his new friend to stand up and pick up his mat. The man trusted Jesus and did what he said. Right away, the man was healed. I wonder how this felt. As the crippled man began to walk away carrying his mat, some Jewish leaders became upset. I wonder why they were upset. The Jewish law said no one could work on the Sabbath because this was a day of total rest. Since this healed man was now walking and carrying his mat, that was considered work. The leaders believed this man had broken an important law. I wonder, what do you think? The Jewish leaders marched over to the healed man. "It is the Sabbath. You aren't supposed to carry your mat." The healed man said, "The man who healed me told me to pick up my mat and walk." "Who was this man who healed you?" the Jewish leaders demanded. The healed man thought for a second and shrugged his shoulders. He didn't know who the man was. He was just glad to be healed. They all looked around for Jesus, but they couldn't find him anywhere. He had disappeared in the crowds of people somewhere. Later that day, the healed man went to the temple to worship and praise God for his healing. I wonder who he would see at the temple. That's right, Jesus was already there and was happy to see his new friend. Jesus encouraged his new friend to continue to love, trust, and follow him. The healed man smiled. He couldn't wait to learn more about Jesus. Later, he returned to the Jewish leaders and told them it was Jesus who had made him well.